What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rubiconian. I'm Jake, and today we are here at Scarlett's Performance, and we're gonna baseline the Jeep on the dyno. I bought every bolt-on part I could get my hands on, so let's go see what this thing throws down. Just in case you didn't know, that's stock. That's what a Copo is. That's insane. That is insane. I think it's for sale. Hold it. Called it dead on the number.
Pretty strong.
For a 2-liter. Yeah, that's 260. Let's zoom in on this.
2-liter on
On
37.
37s, yeah. 259 on torque. And
There's your torque. There's your power. That's your torque. That's your power.
220. Not bad. For 37s. $262, $227. All right. Looks.
$262.
Oh man, look at that. All right, that's a pretty good baseline. Go ahead and pause the video here if you want to look at all 3 dyno runs. Now, also earlier in the video, we saw Travis welding in an exhaust bunk. That was in order for us to measure the stoichiometry, or the air-fuel ratio. Here we can see the air-fuel ratio during the dyno pull drop all the way down to 10.3. What that means is we're getting too much fuel and not enough air for our combustion to be stoic. So that leaves a lot of power on the table. Okay, quick rundown of what we're gonna throw on the Jeep. So let's start with the AFE cold air intake. I love that you have this sight glass so you can see this massive filter. I mean, this thing is just, it's sick. Yeah, and I love that this is what, when you open up the hood, this is what you see. So you get this AFE power, you got this big cold air intake box over there, and it just, like, it means business, you know what I'm saying? Moving on, we've got the turbo charge pipe by Mishimoto. This was a part I was kind of like on the fence about buying. It is expensive, but it outflows the stock pipe, and I wanted to be true to you guys and purchase everything I could for the 2-liter and see just what we could do. So it's like a max bolt-on power build. With that, I went and got the Turbo Smart Compact dual port blow-off valve. This is probably the most Rice thing I've ever bought for this Jeep, just because its sole purpose is just to go whoosh. So whoosh, that's all you're gonna hear. Like, I'm probably gonna do it a lot, but I think it sounds cool. If you have a turbo vehicle, you have to have a blow-off valve, right? So that's what we got. Doesn't really make power, but it just sounds cool. So moving on, we got the Pulsar tuner. Not much I can say about this. There's plenty of videos on it out there, but this is what we're going to throw on. You have power settings that you can add 20 horsepower, 30 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll see, because we're going back to the dyno, and we'll see what comes out of that. So on top of that, with all the intakes, modifications, and air, everything that's coming in, you got to make it come out. So we got MBRP, making big rolling power. I think that's what it stands for. I don't know, but it's a catback system. I sat there for days looking at all these different sound clips of different exhausts and things. I've had this on my diesel. It works. So just looking in there, you can see all the way through it and all the little vents and the Venturi effect and all that stuff. Like, that's really cool. At least I think it's cool. So it won't be too obnoxious, but it'll be a high mount, so it's out of the way. It's lighter. It gets rid of that big exhaust muffler up underneath the back of the Jeep. Not much else I have to say about that. What else can you really say? This stuff is pretty self-explanatory. It's all the goodie parts and things that you want. I mean, this is just massive. I wonder if I can put my head in there. Like, that's. Yep, I can fit my head inside the AFE cold air intake. This is awesome. If I can breathe, my truck can breathe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. My ear is stuck. Ow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna work on getting this off. Ow. It's not coming off. It's okay going one way, but it's very sharp going the other. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the rest of the episode in this thing. Yeah. Yeah, nothing to see here. So through the magic of video editing, we would go, ha! Damn, I gotta put this in. Ha! Oh crap. How is this? Oh. Ha! Yeah! Now it's all in. All right. Let's think everything's clear. Let's give her a rip. Well, it didn't blow up. Yeah. A little bit of whoosh noise. Not too bad. We'll try it under power and see if it does any better. But I gotta go pick up the kids, so I gotta go. So you notice that we don't see any more of that muffler underneath there. And it's this high mount, very cleanly placed exhaust port there. All right, real quick rundown. We've got the AFE Momentum GT cold air intake. We've got the Mishimoto charge pipe. We've also got the compact dual port blow off valve by TurboSmart, and then the Pulsar XT all installed up here. We also have the MBRP exhaust. All right, so we're back at Scarlett's Performance, and we are getting ready to our after modifications dyno. So let's drive on back. As you can see here, she's a little wide for the dyno. Maybe it's in reverse order. Yeah, we're about to find out. Here we go. Oh no! And then that one, okay, well that broke the trend. Huh. So what file was that? That was file 2? All right, 2 was shit.
Yeah, we're gonna try 1.
Pardon my
We'll
friend.
probably try 3 again.
All right. Oh man, we're all over the map here. So we were trending well, and then file 2 fell for us. Huh. All right, so we're keeping track. We didn't really do this methodically, which we should have, but that 242, 273, that was map 3. Then we went to what, map 4, which came out to 231 and 264. Then we went down to map 2, which was the most recent one, which made 225 and 260. So, yeah, I'm not real sure what the methodology of this tuner is, but
We make it work.
yeah, we're gonna make it work. All right, let's try file 1.
Let's do it.
Oh boy, here we go. Now, had we done this more methodically, it would have been better, but we were just trying to get in, get out. We kind of expected the highest file to be our best tune, but that is not the case in this situation. So what we're trying to do now is kind of get some data with the HP tuner, and we're going to run file 3 again because that's our best file, and just see exactly what's going on. If I show you the overlay, it's kind of hard to follow the data not knowing which run was which, but I'll try and explain it as best I can, you know, post up a photo and kind of get the rundown of each one of them. But this is extremely frustrating to spend, you know, close to $2,000 in parts and things not come out how you want. And I don't want to see that happen to you guys, so this is why we're doing this. Okay, let me explain a little bit of the madness that's going on here. We started out at map number 5 because that one's supposed to be the most powerful on the Pulsar XT. Well, as you can see, run file 6 and 7, we ran at map 5. Well, then we decided to try the other maps. Then we tried 4. That one made 228, 227. And then we went to map 3. And that made 242 horsepower. And we're like, whoa, okay, well, maybe they go up and they're backwards. So then we did map 2, and we actually ran map 3 twice, and it came out at 231. Then we ran map 2, and that was at 225. So it dropped off considerably, so we were frustrated by that time. But it's all over the place. So map 3 worked the best for high-end power, but download torque actually tended to feel better with map 5. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. Hopefully this works. Huh. Okay, and looking at the data, we can see like we're making a ton of boost. It's like 22 pounds of boost. But it's still, it's like if I roll through here, you'll see it pull a degree or two of timing, but it's commanding it to still be rich. It is a turbo car and it does build power off of the exhaust and that kind of cycle. So it's a safe tune. You're not going to hurt it, but all in all, this is not what we wanted to make. So that being said, you might want to save your money. Well, we've got our results. Kind of a heartbreaker, but we'll sit down and talk about this stuff and see if you actually really want to spend the money to get some of these parts. All right, guys, I know the video may have seemed confusing, and that's because we had all the different maps to choose from, and each map kind of made the vehicle behave a little differently. Our max power that we saw was 242 horsepower and 265 or 67 foot-pounds of torque. Actually, it may have been 271. Yeah, I think it was 271. Anyway, so outside of that, it's not this magical setup that gives you all the power and, you know, you're not going to be a hot rod out there. It is going to drive differently, and it is considerably quicker real-world numbers. I've measured the 0 to 60 times before we did it, and it came out with like 6.5 seconds. Now I measured it afterwards, and we are sub 6 second 0 to 60 times, closer to 5.8 and 5.7. So she gets up and moves way better, and the drivability got a lot better. So I have to bow down to that. The dyno won't show that, but those are real world numbers that you can feel when you do these modifications. So, and that's actually power under the or throughout the curve that you're gonna feel, not just these peak numbers. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time or out on the trail somewhere. So I've got some big things in store, but it's gonna take some subscribers so I can afford them. So hopefully you guys jump on the Rubiconian train, and I will see you next time.